Hello and welcome to this demo. In this demo, we're going to look at services in Kubernetes. So here I'm logged into my Kubernetes master node, and I'm just going to see the current status of deployments. So if I run the kubectl get all command, I can see there is a deployment created, and I have a replica set created, and the replica set in turn has around 6 pods created. I have a running application on my Kubernetes cluster. I'm now going to create a service to access this application or web service as an external user. For that, I'm going to go into my IDE and I will create a new folder called service, and inside that I'm going to create a new file named service definition.yaml. Okay, so under this file, as always, I'm going to start by creating the file structure. So I have API version, kind. So the API version is going to be v1, and under kind, from the drop-down menu, I can select service. I then give a name to my service, and that is going to be my app-service. And I'm not going to give any labels for now. Under spec section, I have a type, and I'm going to set the type to node port because I'd like to expose my service on a node port. And then under ports, I'm going to create the first element, and my target port is going to be 80 because that is a port that the NGINX containers listen on. The port on my service is going to be 80 as well. And I'd like to expose the service on port 30008 on my node. Now, the selector, we will add a selector to link my service to the pods. So for that, I'm going to open up my pod definition file. I will open up the pod definition file on the right. I can now copy over the labels from my pod definition file into the selector. So that links my service to the pods. I'm going to now copy the contents of my service, and after making sure that the structure of my YAML file is good, I will create the service definition file on my Kubernetes master node. Okay, so now I have the service definition file. And now I will create the service using the kubectl create command. Okay, now if I run the kubectl get service command, I can see that my new service has been created, and it has a cluster IP, which is an IP assigned by Kubernetes for my service itself. And the type of the service is node port, and the port that it's mapped to is 30008. So now if I open up a browser and go to the port on my node on any of my worker node, which happens to be 56.3, and then I use the port 30008, I can actually see my NGINX web server running on it. Okay, perfect. So that's it for this demo. We're going to see more about services and how the services, deployments, and replica sets all connect together when we look at an actual application, a demo application, in one of the upcoming lectures. That's it for now, and I will see you in the next demo.